It is time to meet this week's second chance pet. This morning we have the not so scary master of fright himself. Meet Jack Skellington. This playful 10-month-old pup was recently found in the community running through traffic as a stray.
Aww. Yeah, well, Jack Skellington was found malnourished, and now he's being nursed back to health and ready for a forever home. So joining us live to introduce us to Mr. Skellington is our friend Sam Ellingson with the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us. We're doing a little treat game this morning.
Nice.
Jack is exceptionally treat motivated. As you said, he showed up a little malnourished and we're getting him back on track. But a lot of this weight he's putting on, I think, is almost entirely cheese weight. So he's really getting it done today.
You and me
Good
both,
job.
Jack. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
We're all
it.
feeling it.
Well,
Yep.
I love this Jack Skellington, appropriate name for a lanky young boy here who's trying to put on some weight. So how has he done since arriving at the Humane Society?
Yeah, so he's been with us for almost 2 weeks now, I think, and he's done a really great job. So he really came to us in pretty bad conditions. He was very skinny, he was malnourished, as you said before, and he was found running through traffic on Paddon Parkway here in Vancouver, which, as you know, anyone who knows that road knows it's a pretty darn busy place.
Yeah.
So Jack was picked up by a member of the community who gave him a bath, got him all back into some tidier condition than he was when he was found, and then brought him here. Since he got here, we've seen exactly what we might expect from a very large puppy, which is what Jack is. He's about 10 months old. He's super curious. He's very treat motivated, as you can see. And he also, I think, you know, he doesn't really, like we would expect from most puppies, he doesn't really kind of understand what his body is doing when it's doing it. So he's pretty floppy. He's pretty silly. He's very, very interested in everything that's going on around him. So as you can see, unless I'm actively feeding him cheese, he is in full investigation mode, sniffing out all the corners in this room. And then I tried to get him to play with me a little bit. He's not totally into it. I think there's just a few too many cool things going on around here. He's more interested in that than he is in playtime.
That makes sense. Yeah, he is lanky. I mean, those are some long
all
legs
legs,
there
yeah.
on Jack Skellington. Yeah, he's going to be our center, I think, someday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with his background, you know, what are his typical behaviors? Obviously, seems to be food motivated there, but you know, with considering the fact that he was a stray and was malnourished, are there any behaviors that people need to be aware of?
So not necessarily. We think that, I mean, Jack shows up every day as pretty normal big puppy, right? Curious, playful, energetic. What we have noticed that he likes the most is he really likes to get outside. He really likes to run. Some of our volunteers were saying that he likes to race them in the yard, where they'll just start at one side of the fence, run to the other side, and Jack will try to beat them. And of course, because he's a young, active puppy, he goes pretty darn fast. So he really, really enjoys that. You know, I had him out for a long walk this morning, and he's pretty much a gentleman on his leash. He does need a little bit of training, I think, just to be a little bit more respectful of what's going on around him. He's very curious. He's going to chase. So a family who can help him have a little extra leash. Oh, hi, buddy. A family who can help him have a little extra time figuring out how to be a leash dog would be a really, really great thing for him. But you know what? At 10 months old, like any puppy, he's ready to just learn all about life with that new family.
It sounds like, you know, an active family, maybe a big backyard would really be hitting the jackpot for Jack. But as far as other dogs or cats or kids, you think he'll be okay?
Yeah, like with all dogs, we want him to meet any other dogs or kids who might be staying in the home with him. But we don't have any reason to believe that he would have any problems living with other dogs or kids.
All right. Well, that's some great news there. He seems like a total love. He's just so long and lanky there. I can't wait to see how he grows into his body.
I say he's still got some pretty big paws there, too.
Yeah, and he tried playing with me a little bit this morning, too, and he sort of like fell down onto my lap and I think startled himself as much as anything else. But he's really warming up, and I think once he settled in, he's pretty darn happy.
That's awesome.
What a cutie.
Thank you for introducing us to Jack Skellington here this morning, Sam. It's always great to touch base with you.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Of course. And if you're interested in meeting Jack or any of those other pets that are up for adoption, go to hssw.org.